Oh my god, how do we go here? There's a lot of faces who wish I wasn't here probably.
Welcome back. In the previous 2 episodes, we explored the city of Phnom Penh and took a motorbike down to the southern coast of Cambodia, which offered us a glimpse of authentic rural life. This time, we complete our motorbike loop from Kampot back to Phnom Penh and prepare for an experience that really left us in awe: Siem Reap and the mighty city of Angkor, the capital of the historic Khmer Empire. Follow along to see how the journey unfolds. It felt good to hit the road once again.
I like these palm trees. I think they're called Dodi palm.
The dry season landscape was dotted with sugar palm trees, Cambodia's national tree, and a plant that seems to thrive regardless of the season. Sugar palm trees are iconic and grow all across the Cambodian countryside. They are also deeply connected to the local way of life. Its sap is used to make palm sugar, a common ingredient in local cooking, while the leaves and the wood are often used as a construction material. In some communities, the sap is also used to make wine. Our only major stop on the way to Phnom Penh was a temple called Wat Kiri, a structure that felt so far away from the rest of the world.
Deep in regional Cambodia. I don't think we'll see any international tourists here.
As soon as we arrived at the temple grounds, we were greeted by local vendors. By now, this had become a familiar sight, and we never felt pressure to buy anything. But life in the deep interiors of Cambodia is tough, so we purchased a small bouquet of flowers. If not as an offering for Buddha, then at least to make our little contribution to the locals.
It's so beautifully done.
It is.
With flowers in hand, we began our slow climb up the hill, as the temple slowly revealed itself. Throughout our travels in Asia, we have witnessed countless temples in all kinds of forms and styles. However, Puth Kiri was unlike anything we'd seen before. It was built with the ambitious vision of housing 84,000 golden Buddha statues, symbolizing the 84,000 teaching in Buddhist scripture. At the summit, the atmosphere felt spiritual. In Asia, many people believe that their prayers, together with the blessings of monks, can bring good fortune and help to solve their earthly problems. Watching the rituals unfold, we could feel the magic happening, even if it was just our imagination. Rural roads in Cambodia are often empty and quiet. However, as we approached a local railway crossing, we met an unexpected crowd of people who were all waiting for the train to pass.
Good, all of them. Oh, so they're not waiting to pass. They're just coming to see the train.
It was interesting to observe that the folks were not really waiting to cross the railway, but merely seeking entertainment in the stillness of regional life. But the stillness didn't last too long. As we continued our ride, the quiet countryside slowly gave way to the hustle and bustle of the capital.
This is Kiri.
Back in the heart of Phnom Penh, it was time to return on our feet.
Tuk-tuks, tuk-tuks.
Let's see what we have here.
So if you have a clean, freshly washed shirt, then it's not going to be clean and freshly washed if you're in Southeast Asia, because everywhere something is happening. People are grilling meat, there's
Barbecue
smoke,
everywhere.
barbecue.
As we made our way through the city, we passed a local market, a place that best captures the spirit of a country.
That's market here in Phnom Penh.
It was late afternoon, but the market was still full of life.
Meats, including tongue, the tongue and intestines. because everything is edible. Wow, there's chicken waiting to die, which is a bit sad, but that's life. Pickled foods, salmon, intestines, eggs, everything. Because in Southeast Asia you don't have a lot of supermarkets. Most shopping for groceries happens in markets, and people do it on a daily basis to get the fresh goods.
One thing worth noting about Southeast Asia is how the waste is managed in the city. Since the streets are narrow and traffic is dense, rubbish is often thrown on the streets and collected daily by workers pushing carts through the sweltering heat. Waste management here really is a microcosm of its own.
We're on a bus from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap.
It's 6 hours, 300, 14 or 40 kilometers. It's a nice bus. And I'm having a snack of sticky rice wrapped in something very common in Cambodia.
Before wrapping up our journey through Cambodia, we hopped on a bus to our final destination, the city of Siem Reap. Known as the gateway to the magnificent Angkor temples, the city is steeped in history and wonder. In Siem Reap, we checked into a hotel called The Community. From the moment we arrived, we were welcomed into a space that felt green, calm and inviting, with friendly and professional staff setting the tone. Inside, the hotel had an almost gallery-like atmosphere, where every piece of traditional art was also for sale. The rooms were spacious and spotless, with comfortable beds that made it easy to unwind after a long day in the heat. And of course, swimming pools.
It's 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. The sun is setting
It's beautiful.
and people are exercising at the square.
Siem Reap city center comes alive in the late afternoon as locals fill the city square, running, dancing, and skillfully playing tianzi, or sei as it is known in Khmer. We enjoyed watching this ancient Chinese game, in which players aim to keep a heavy shuttlecock in the air, using primarily their feet.
They're playing. You're very good.
Siem Reap isn't just historic because of its temples. The history is literally in its name. In Khmer, Siem Reap translates to Siam defeated, a reference to a 16th century victory over Thai forces. Back then, Thailand was known as the Kingdom of Siam, a powerful rival of the Khmer Empire. The two sides fought for centuries, each trying to push their borders a little further. Even today, the names of nearby provinces still echo that history, preserving the stories of old conflicts and constantly changing territories. As the evening settled in, we found an authentic Khmer restaurant for dinner.
Anyway, what we have here is Khmer food, supposedly. Papaya salad, chicken, what is it?
Look like
Bokla,
famous
famous amok.
fish amok.
So it's kind of like a curry-ish thing, and usually put in a banana leaf.
If you visit Cambodia, fish amok is a must-try. It's considered the national dish, a fragrant curry made with white fish, coconut milk, eggs, and a traditional Khmer herb paste. The texture is soft and almost mousse-like, usually steamed in banana leaf cups.
If you want, you can squeeze the lime.
I think I want to taste it first, because maybe it's already sour.
Okay. I'll try the fish amok. Very nice. And it is fish. It is very nice.
I don't think you need lime, so maybe too sour.
It's very nice. It's like a very good curry.
This one is very, very young.
We were looking for this in Phnom Penh, but it's always so overpriced because it's kind of like It's supposedly a traditional food, but it's also a bit of a tourist thing. But here it was $2.50, very good price. And delicious. I really like it.
And this one is also a tourist thing. Look Lak. Usually it's more famous with beef.
Chicken lok lak.
We also tried chicken lok lak, a traditional dish that is known for its aromatic black pepper sauce. Although it's usually made with beef, it was just as good with chicken.
So good.
I like black pepper so much. I feel like black pepper is a very underrated spice because yes, it's often used, but much less it is like a centerpiece of a dish. And I think I like when black pepper is a centerpiece of a dish.
It's so well priced.
This is $2.50. This is $3. Two juices, $5 in total. How much was this? $2.50.
$2.50.
$7.50.
$3.
So it'll be
$10.50.
$10.50. Ooh, I should have not taken the beer. Isn't it? We ordered 3 dishes and they're all excellent. To be honest, I want to come back there. It's so nice.
Indeed, the meals were memorable enough that we returned to the same restaurant 3 days in a row.
Oh, look at the view. We're going to Angkor Wat.
It's 5 a.m. and we're going to Angkor Wat because we need to compete with people to take a good photo of the sunrise.
Yes.
The next day, we set our alarms for 5 a.m., determined to catch the sunrise at Angkor Wat, the most iconic site in Cambodia and a symbol featured on the national flag.
Everyone is going for the morning sunrise at Angkor Wat. Because I think it opens 5 a.m., so some people are probably already standing and waiting there.
The sky was still pitch black, but the flow of traffic gave us a hint of what was ahead. A quiet race to claim the perfect spot for the first daylight.
There's so much movement for 5 a.m., yeah? All the cars and stuff. Oh my God.
Mind you, these people are not waking up and doing early morning shift work.
Yes.
They're just going to take photos of Angkor Wat.
And everyone is going to try to take a photo with an illusion that they're alone there.
Just like us.
Yes. If anyone is going to be on a photo, I'm going to cut their heads off, you know. Eddie did. So where is the parking area now? There's a lot of machinery here. Where is the parking area?
Your motorbike
Yeah.
can park around here also.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh,
Let's do it.
okay, thank you.
The parking is over there.
Okay. But we can just leave it here as
Yeah,
well.
you can park.
Okay, thank you. Two people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. Where is the what?
There's 2 sides to it where to approach it. I think that's actually the best one. I mean, you can see it already there. It's almost like a flag of Cambodia is appearing from the sky, isn't it? Blue and red, and then Angkor Wat. I guess that's maybe how it came to be. So I don't know what is the best spot now.
As the shape of Angkor Wat slowly emerged against the dark sky, we found ourselves surrounded by hundreds of early arrivals.
All the people are waiting here to see the sunrise.
It was the earliest we had ever seen a place this crowded, but it was easy to understand why. Angkor Wat is the largest religious complex in the world, covering around 1.6 square kilometers. It was built in the 12th century by King Suryavarman II. Unlike most Hindu temples, which traditionally face east, Angkor Wat faces west, a direction often associated with Vishnu, the Hindu god of preservation, who is believed to maintain balance in the universe.
What these people built here is just outrageous. Amazing.
As we left Angkor Wat for the next destination, history really began to unfold around us. Ruined temples, ancient gates, and weathered bridges appeared at every turn.
You do want to have a motorcycle or something here, because it's such a big area to cover.
All this lies within the UNESCO-designated Angkor Archaeological Park, a vast area spanning over 400 square kilometers, home to hundreds of temples, many still hidden deep in the jungle, waiting to be fully explored. For a pre-industrial civilization, the sheer scale of it all is nothing short of extraordinary. It may be worth mentioning that visiting Angkor isn't exactly cheap. A one-day ticket costs $37, while a 7-day pass goes for $72. However, the area is vast, and as we rode between the temples, it was no doubt worth every penny. Cambodians put much effort into the historic park, and it really shows. A stone's throw away, we visited the Ta Prohm Temple, one of the most iconic structures in Angkor, where nature has quite literally taken over. It's also known as the filming location for Tomb Raider, a popular movie featuring actress Angelina Jolie. We had heard it gets very crowded, so we arrived early to beat the rush, and we definitely succeeded.
So quiet here. No tourists.
Everyone is still at Angkor Wat. And this side will get a lot of tourists later on because it's one
also
of the
massive.
one of the more popular ones because of the movie Tomb Raider.
Originally called Raja Vihara, meaning Monastery of the King, Ta Prohm was built in the 12th century as a Buddhist monastery and university. Over time, it was expanded by successive kings, before eventually being abandoned in the 16th century and left to the jungle.
Look at that.
Wow, it's beautiful.
One of the interesting features of Ta Prohm were the so-called false windows, or in other words, carved stone elements that weren't meant to open, but to create balance and symmetry throughout the temple. It was an example of how Khmer architecture not only appreciated practicality, but also aesthetic harmony.
It seems like it used to have colors also.
Speaking of beauty, intricate carvings of female figures can be seen throughout the temple. They are called apsaras, the divine spirits of Khmer mythology. Apsaras hold an important role in Cambodian culture even today, particularly through traditional apsara dance, a performance style that has been passed down for centuries. While Ta Prohm was dedicated to King Jayavarman VII's mother, our next stop, Preah Khan, was built to honor his father. Preah Khan Temple is surrounded by a wide moat and outer walls, many of which have slowly fallen into ruin and are now covered in moss.
Amazing. I mean, on one hand it's sad, this is deteriorating here, falling over. But on the other hand, aesthetically, it looks beautiful. What's happening there? Monkeys or something? Someone in the bushes? There's a lot of birds and animals here.
Inside the temple, a few things caught our attention, including this headless Buddha statue. Much like in Thailand, many Buddha figures here were deliberately destroyed over the centuries, especially during conflicts, removed from their original locations, and sold on the black market for a significant price. We were also intrigued by the small holes carved into the stones. At first glance, they may seem random, but in reality, these little cavities played a critical role in construction. According to local archaeologists, ancient construction workers would enter simple wooden rods into the openings, using them as grips to lift and position the massive blocks. The level of precision that these modest tools achieved is impressive even by today's standard.
It's amazing this environment they created back in the day. You wonder what was it like here. It was definitely not a simple civilization.
Our final stop of the day was Bayon Temple, located right at the center of the ancient city of Angkor Thom. Built in the late 12th century, it served as the state temple of the king. Bayon Temple is also known for its resident macaque monkeys, who have very much made this place their home. So if you visit, keep a close eye on your belongings, or otherwise those distant relatives of ours may take it. However, Bayon is most famous for its towering stone faces. There's over 200 of them, carved into the temple's many towers. Wherever you go, these calm, smiling faces follow you, looking out from every angle. They are often believed to represent the former king himself, creating a sense that he is omnipresent.
This is Bayon Temple here, which combines Hinduism and Buddhism. And it's so nice and cool here. Because of airflow and the materials too, it's quite amazing.
The temple was originally built as a Buddhist monument, marking a shift from earlier Hindu traditions. At the same time, it still reflects strong influences from Hindu cosmology, with various architectural layers added during different time periods.
这个我们叫那个阴阳聚台，就是生子崇拜，印度那边最崇拜这个东西，所以这个是代表男士，下面是代表女性。
Bayon is also covered in detailed bas reliefs, showing scenes from history as well as everyday life during the Angkorian period. After a stimulating temple tour, our eyes and minds were full, but our stomachs were screaming for fuel. It was time to head out to a market to look for a local meal.
Oh my god.
It was the busiest time of the day, so the traffic was flowing from every direction.
There's a big traffic jam. And there's water everywhere with fish. Oh my god, how do we go here? Two nights here. Letting everyone through, causing further jam-ups. Oh shit. How do I go?
Okay, go now.
I can't. There's a traffic jam. Okay, I have to push.
See the woman.
There's a lot of faces who wish I wasn't here probably.
It was obvious being on a motorbike was no longer a good idea.
Oh shit. I'm sweating. There's a man with two big baskets. We need to give him way. And there's a woman with two big baskets. Let's see if we can go through it. Oh, let's see. I don't want to hit anyone.
We don't want.
Maybe I can park it there.
It was easier once we were back on foot, allowing us to take time to explore the food options and eventually settle for a simple but hearty meal of stir-fried noodles and fried chive cakes. One of our last meals in this beautiful country.
So we're leaving Siem Reap, leaving our hotel.
Very sad.
All sad, isn't it?
So nice.
Such a beautiful city and beautiful place and beautiful people.
Excellent. It is sad. Heartbreaking really to leave.
Yeah.
That's the sincere, real emotion right there.
2 weeks in Cambodia slipped in the blink of an eye. From ancient temples to everyday life, this country left us with a deep and lasting impression. Looking back, Cambodia is definitely a place many people, including us, tend to underestimate, only to leave wishing they had more time to explore, to understand, to experience. As we made our way to the airport, there was a familiar mix of excitement and reflection. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning of the next chapter.
欢迎光临来到杭州。
Welcome to Hangzhou.
China, a country of striking contrasts, where modern skylines rise along centuries-old traditions, and every corner tells a different story. Come along with us